Hey, you guys. So first of all, while we're getting this together, let me check and see if I'm out over here. Refresh the page and go to watch part. Let me see. Of course, it will be slow. Hi, you guys. Hey. Happy Tuesday. I hope you guys are doing great. I hope you are doing awesome. Okay, I just wanted to make sure that I was actually live. Okay, just a second. Y'all, this new Facebook, the way it looks and stuff is like super crazy. But I guess it's doing it to do its thing. And I think it's good. Okay. So listen. Hey. Share. So first of all, hi everybody. My name is Sequoia Ashe Taylor. I'm the CEO and founder of Ashe Wellness. And what I do is that I help stressed out women who are attempting to find balance and harmony. Like that's such a thing, right? It is. To establish and maintain healing habits so that they can be healthy and happy, right? How we do that is that we distress the mess and we test and not guess. So today is going to be, I'm coming to talk to you guys about a topic. And I know you guys are probably thinking like, what did she just say? Gotcha. First of all, if you're watching live, talk to me and say hey, because I'm on the phone and I'm trying to look on the laptop and Facebook doing whatever you want to do. So if you're watching live, say hey, ask questions, make your comments, and we can engage, right? This is actually engaging live. This is called Tell It Tuesday. And then if you're watching a replay, put hashtag replay. And then if you think this message resonates with you, then hit that hashtag share, right? So this actual video, I got you. I know the title is like, wait, why she start working out and why I should too? Like, girl, you just gave me out, so I have to get up and be doing them exercises and, working out and doing all this type of stuff. Gotcha. So before you keep on watching, let me tell you at the beginning, it's a gotcha, right? So I think that title was kind of like befitting because I'm like, most people gonna be like, wait a minute, I haven't really been seeing her work out like she was doing. So she started working out and she about to tell us how we can too. Gotcha, right? So in all seriousness though, in the Tell It Tuesday, I did want to come and tell you guys something, right? And talk to you about some stuff and educate you about some things as well. You know how we do over at Ashe Wellness, right? So the main thing that I want to come and talk to you guys is that yes, I did stop working out in the way that you guys saw me working out. B, I did not stop working out. You're like, what, Sequoia? Like, what are you talking about? A, I did stop working out in the way that you guys saw me working out. B, I did not stop working out. Right? So let me clear this up. The reason why I want to come and do this video is because I get all the time asking about what we do and how we individualize. And Sequoia, why do you test and I guess, and why is that so important? And why are you telling me to get this lab, or why are you telling me to do this testing? And the reason why is because everyone, like I keep saying, is an individual. I'm getting OCD a little bit. I'm ADD because the little filter thing. I tried something different. We're gonna see how this works. So the reason why I actually we talk about this so much is because everyone is an individual. And I know, listen, I get it. There's so much information out there that people are telling you to do this and to do that. And it could be about eating. It could be about exercise. It could be like, girl, you should do EFT, or you should be doing something for stress management, or you should be doing this about for your sleep. And yes, in general, like I said, I could give blanket statements across the board, but that's not what I specialize in. What I actually specialize in is stress management and helping you guys with like your hormones and everything to deal with your adrenals, being sluggish, fatigue, brain fog, your actual stress hormones like your fight or flight, everything that kind of comes in like the stress and hormone, which is based off your adrenals, which for those who don't know what that is those two things that are like on top of your kidneys, right? So that actual organ is very, 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 very important. It does regulation for a lot of things, right? It helps with regulation for your protein and carb like digestion. So when we talk about, hey, how much protein I should have, how much carbs, your adrenals help regulate that. When we start talking about stuff like my sleep, my my like melatonin and how the cortisol actually works, and that circadian rhythm that we hear about, yeah, the hormones that are produced actually like is affected by adrenals. And when we start talking about stress, and you say, Sequoia, like, I'm not scared or I'm not frightened, and I'm just chilling and I'm cooling, like, but everything is a stressor, right? And so when we talk about those type of things, even with like all those things, we still talking about that realm of what I say, distress the mess, your meals, exercise, sleep management, stress management. And what we don't realize is that sometimes some of the things that we're doing, even though they may be good, may be harmful. So that is why you heard me say that, A, I stopped exercising the way that you guys saw me. But then I didn't stop exercising. And I know that's like, what the heck? And that sounds like double entendre and everything. It is. But I just want to come and tell you guys about it, because sometimes when we're doing things that are going to be beneficial to our bodies, it can be harmful as well. So every time, if people are like, okay, is exercising bad? No. But can exercise be bad for me in the way that I'm doing it? Yes. And that is one of the reasons why we're able to test and guess, and not guess about it, and figure that out. So recently, just because everything that was going on in my life, I was having stress from like life, the COVID stuff, being in the house, the kids being home. Had several people that were close to me in my family that actually passed away, and like just finishing up the stuff with divorce, and just life was happening, right? 2020 being one of them years, like I can attest to be like, look, if you're still standing, you're still here, thank you, Lord. But it was one of those things that I realized that it was my body, as far as stress, was not being beneficial. Now, one of the ways that I wanted to do something different and do things, if you have heard my story before, I am not a girl that likes to exercise. Exercise is not my jug. Like, I've been on this health journey probably since 2013, 2014. I had to sleep and really got serious about it. So I have been on this journey in meals, and the way I snack, and the way I graze, and the way I eat, my mindset, right, the way I sleep, my stress management. I have done all those things, and I thought it was very important. The one that's like my biggest challenge, as I stated before, was always exercise. And so during this time, and as a way to reduce stress, I decided to say, okay, I'm going to start exercising. And then if you also know me, you know I'm type A, OCD, like all these things, right? And so my main thing was that I was, like, when I jumped in workout, go back and check my timeline, I scroll down. When I started working out, I started working out. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, if you guys have comments or questions in between, say, hey guys, this is one of them informal videos. But when I started working out, I started working out. Like, I was working out at certain times every day. I'm one of those people that can work out at night. I tested that. That's how I know that. And I went gone whole. Like, instead of starting a little program where you was going to do a little, I went into an MMA type of program. Fighting, like, the program I did, my first program out the gate was an MMA, like kickboxing and boxing and mixed martial arts, like, program. Like, I went in. So I'm like, okay, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. Like, I had to go in and do all these type of things, right? That program is off the chain. It is for somebody probably on a level 2 or 3, as far as doing it. And not only me, Autumn was doing it as well. Like, my oldest was doing the program as well. And so the thing about that is that it was great. I love the program. I'm going to be doing it again. More conversation about that in a minute. But I realized, and I started having problems. So a lot of people don't realize, when you're paying attention to yourself and all this kind of stuff, some of the symptoms that I would have is that I started having like burning sensation in my stomach. I could eat certain things. I could eat a pizza from a place like today and be fine. 2 weeks later, I could eat that same exact pizza from the same exact place, and my stomach would be on fire. I had started to get to the point where I was eating like seaweed and stuff like that, and my stomach would be on fire. It had got to the point where, like, I could drink water and it felt like my stomach was on fire. And I kept thinking, like, what is going on? Why is my body doing this? And so in the midst of that, remember, I was in the midst of my program. And one of the things was, it was like, hey, the best person to do case studies, you building your case studies while you're doing this, is to do a case study and do the process for yourself. So I decided to go ahead and do, like, to do the lab testing on myself. And so when I received the lab test, when I took the actual test, I was in the midst of my program. And then it was like right around this time, a lot of this stuff was going on. So I was like, if I'm stressed or something's going to come up, the way my life is set up, it should come up, because it should be telling me a lot of stuff. It should be affirmation and confirmation for me, not like new stuff. And so when I got my results back, I realized that a lot of the things that I was doing, even what I was eating, even my exercise, even my stress management technique, even the way I was sleeping, all those things were being affected by what was going on in my life. For example, like, this is, I know you probably guys not gonna probably be able to see it with that like filter or whatever, but these are like some results and stuff that come back, some of the labs that we do. So one of them is my stress and hormone panel, and one of them is actual what is called a GI map that tests to see if you have like gut bugs and gut permeability, etc., 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 like leaky gut and stuff. And the other one is like testing your like your hormones, your cortisol, melatonin, your estrogen, all these good things, right? All the good juicy jazz. And y'all know I'm the health detective, the DNA detective, like the wellness detective. I be being nosing these things. So they can't do a case study on me. Like y'all know I was deep diving into this. I was nosing, and I was just digging deep. But this allowed me to be able to see what was going on. And one of the main things that was coming up is that my gut was extremely inflamed. Like when it was like low, medium, high, extremely high, my things are extremely high. Like on like intestines, my bowel, it was like itself, my gut was inflamed, right? Now, granted, on these things that I saw things on there that were like, okay, I was like, gut bug, common thing that people have. You can do eradication for stuff like that. My hormone levels was off through like craziness, doing what it wanted to do, and also my cortisol levels were off, which means like the way that I'm handling stress, which was no surprise to me because the way that 2020 been set up, right? But I was actually able to see these things to do those things, right? And so when I did that, I was able to start what I preach about and talk about all the time is that I was able to de-stress the mess. I was able to de-stress this situation. I was like, okay, I know this is happening to me. And I didn't know why or what was going on. I'm like, okay, I know I don't have like, you know how you go do that WebMD, you know how we get like self-diagnosis and stuff. And so I'm like, I don't think it's ulcerative colitis. I don't think my hernia will open. I mean, I don't think I have like GERD. I'm thinking this and this and this. And so yeah, we know I have inflamed bowel. You know how probably IBD probably like we're gonna go ahead and do a self diagnosis, which I really don't care about doing diagnosis. I care more about doing the treatment for it. But it allowed me to be able to see those type of things, right? And so it's not about the diagnosis; it's about finding out those things and affirming and confirming it, and then find out the solutions for it. In the meantime, in the interim of that, with my body being in that level of stress and my body being that level of inflammation, one of the things that is not good to do is to do strenuous workouts. It's not good to put your body through extra stress. Anything that can make your body go through extra stress is not good for you, even if it's good for you, right? Like exercise is good for you, but it's not good for you in that point where you're doing a healing process or you're like purging and cleansing. It's not good to do strenuous workout, right? And it's not good to do them every day. I was doing like 5 and 6 times a week. And so what I had to do is just to set up my protocol. I got back into the groove of learning like my meals. I had to start paying attention to what I was eating because some of the things that I was eating was causing me stress as well. And so I was able to hold on you guys, my battery is dying. Anyone can airplane mode I did. So hopefully you guys can still see me. I don't know what happened with that. Let me know if you can or you can't. But either way, I'm going to keep going because it's like that filter anyway, so it's going to be cool. So, one of the things I had to learn is like some of the stuff that I was eating was causing more stresses on my body. Getting really back down to like the raw, I cut out dairy for a little bit to help like mucus or anything like that. You'll be surprised like can eat